An American media house is claiming that its journalist is being harassed, that there is a lot of toxicity being thrown at the journalist. The journalist, remember, who had put forth a question to Prime Minister Modi during his visit to the United States of America when he was with US President Joe Biden as well. That's the visual on your screen. That's when a journalist had asked him a question about Muslim minorities and what steps will Prime Minister Modi take. Now, according to the Wall Street Journal, to which this journalist belongs, the media house is claiming that there are constant online attacks coming from India and specifically from Indian citizens and even Modi government. The US Daily has written to the White House saying the reporter is being targeted because she's from the Muslim faith. White House has called it unacceptable. So the White House has also given a response to the message that has gone in from the Wall Street Journal, saying that journalist is being harassed with toxicity coming in from India. And remember, there had been some backlash as well from some citizens of, some had called it, whether it was an agenda peddling question, some had called, but it is a democracy. She has every right as a journalist to ask the question that she wants to. White House also has responded to it, calling it unacceptable for the online attacks that she's facing.
Mr. Prime Minister, India has long prided itself as the world's largest democracy, but there are many human rights groups who say that your government has discriminated against religious minorities and sought to silence its critics. As you stand here in the east room of the White House, where so many world leaders have made commitments to protecting democracy, what steps are you and your government willing to take to improve the rights of Muslims and other minorities in your country and to uphold free speech?
मुझे आश्चर्य हो रहा है कि आप कह रहे हैं कि लोग कहते हैं नहीं, भारत डेमोक्रेसी है। और जैसा राष्ट्रपति बाइडेन ने कहा, भारत और अमेरिका दोनों के डीएनए में लोकतंत्र है। लोकतंत्र हमारा स्पिरिट है, लोकतंत्र हमारी रगों में है, लोकतंत्र को हम जीते हैं और हमारे पूर्वजों ने उसको शब्दों में ढाला है संविधान के रूप में। और हमारी सरकार लोकतंत्र के मूलभूत मूल्यों को आधार लेकर के बने हुए संविधान के आधार पर चलती है। और हमारा संविधान और हमारी सरकार, और हमने सिद्ध किया है डेमोक्रेसी कैन डिलीवर। और जब मैं डिलीवर कहता हूं तब कास्ट, क्रीड, रिलीजन, जेंडर, किसी भी भेदभाव को वहां जगह नहीं होती है। और जब हम लोकतंत्र की बात करते हैं तब अगर ह्यूमन वैल्यूज नहीं है, ह्यूमैनिटी नहीं है, ह्यूमन राइट्स नहीं है, फिर तो वो डेमोक्रेसी है ही नहीं। और इसलिए जब आप डेमोक्रेसी कहते हैं, जब डेमोक्रेसी को स्वीकार करते हैं और जब हम डेमोक्रेसी को लेकर के जीते हैं, तब डिस्क्रिमिनेशन का कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठता है। और इसलिए भारत सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, सबका प्रयास, उन मूलभूत सिद्धांतों को लेकर के, और इसलिए हम चलते हैं।
All right, I want to bring in our Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, on the latest on that. Geeta, any sort of online trolling and attacks that many journalists continue to face is absolutely unacceptable. But in this case, it was, of course, it's got very specific. This was on an international stage. What is the reason that this media house is claiming that there is an online attack, and brutal one at that, that's happening? Because they're alleging not just the Modi government, they're saying Indians are also attacking. So what is happening in this case, Geeta?
Well, there have been quite a few tweets and online sort of trolling and harassment of Sabrina Siddiqui. That is undoubtedly so. If you go online and you see the kind of questions being asked of Sabrina Siddiqui for the questions she posed, in itself goes to show intimidation and harassment. So the response of the White House is to the trolling and the intimidation, because they have seen the reports and they're aware of what has been said and what has been what she's had to face online. So much so that Sabrina Siddiqui Pooja had to actually tweet out a photograph of her with her family, with her father, watching the World Cup and wearing an India supporter of Indian origin, wearing an India t-shirt saying that this is where I stand. Sometimes identities are more complex than they seem. Just because she's Sabrina Siddiqui does not mean that you connect her to Pakistan or the language that has been used against her. However, the White House has come out and clearly stated that what has transpired with Sabrina Siddiqui does amount to harassment and is not in line with what has been said for so long all through the visit, which is that both countries are democracies, which they are. But it goes against the idea that the two countries espoused all through the week when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Washington, D.C.
All right, Geeta Mohan, thank you very much for now. And any journalist, irrespective of ideology, cannot be intimidated, should not be trolled for the sort of online attacks that, as this international media house journalist is claiming, is being attacked constantly and specifically for her faith. Absolutely not acceptable. Thank you very much, Geeta Mohan, for the latest on that.